If we see something we like to own a physical copy of it. And like I said, you never know when something will be taken from you. Hello fellow followers, and welcome back to FanZcene. And today I have for you how physical media could help streaming. I know that sounds weird, and I've been thinking about this, and I'm sure there's a whole bunch of, like, on the business side of things, I'm not that business savvy. I don't know the numbers or anything like that. But I feel like possibly physical media could possibly help streaming services in some ways. Around these parts, if you've seen my videos or if you've never seen my videos, I support physical media wholeheartedly. I think it's one of the best forms of things you can support, especially if you're into movies, TV shows, comic books, records, CDs, music like that, because you never know when somebody will say you can't listen to this, you can't watch this, or this part needs to be taken out of this, or this book can't be read, because you never know when somebody will say that. And then they'll alter it, change it, get rid of it, take it off their streaming services, take it off their selling platforms and stuff. So you might want to invest into these, especially if you're into that stuff. But and with everything that's going on with streaming here lately, because especially with Netflix, like Netflix just announced that they were going to be laying off 150 employees, mostly here in the U.S., which is sad. I don't want anybody to lose their jobs or anything like that. Even if Netflix also released this memo to their employers, to their woke employers, that is, that they're just going to have to deal with some of the content that goes on, which hopefully is a turning sign, because it's not just the editing, the censorship of these streaming services. It's also the wokeness that a lot of people have started to turn against. And me personally, yes, I do think that that's one of the main reasons, and there's a lot of wokeness, but I also feel like it's become content for the sake of content, not so much entertainment anymore. It's just so much put out so fast, so much to go through. A lot of it is woke, a lot of it is it's just too hard to find the good stuff. So I personally think if Netflix and all these other streaming services would release more of their stuff, especially the stuff that people tend to really like, on Blu-ray, because they don't tend to release their stuff. It's few and far between. Like there's Stranger Things right now. This is Stranger Things season 1 and Stranger Things season 2. They have yet to release season 3, and they're coming up on season 4, the 4th and final season. And like I said, and they have released the Daredevils and stuff when they had them, but that's also mainly, that's like a Disney ABC, so it was more on their side than Netflix's side. But if they tend to release these more popular shows on Blu-ray or DVD, and I know that a lot of, these companies, they just rather do streaming because it's too cost effective to produce these discs. Well, you're losing subscribers there. You've lost massive subscribers. You're going to lose 2 million more, and according to some studies there's out there, they're saying that you could even lose 3 million more. So don't you think maybe if you kind of bring in along better entertainment, better quality entertainment, stop producing. You don't really need a new show or movie every single day or every single week. Sometimes, it's time to let stuff breathe, let people get invested into something, and, and maybe find their way towards it. And if you start releasing some of these on Blu-ray or DVD or box sets, you might get some of those physical media people back into your corner, because we tend to collect, and we like if we see something we like to own a physical copy of it. And like I said, you never know when something will be taken from you, or taken off one streaming service to move to another, or the rights issues get held up, or they just declare that you shouldn't watch it because it's not modern enough for you, or it has outdated sentiments, which is crazy. But this is something I'm talking about. So, like, there are streaming services, that I do support, and one of them is Shudder. Shudder is a great, especially if you're a horror fan. It's got lots of horror films. It's a great streaming services, and it tends to put their stuff on Blu-ray or 4K. And the movies they also tend to acquire that maybe isn't a Shudder original, but an independent film, which they also help support independent people, much like VFW, which was put out onto Shudder and is also on 4K now. And one of my favorite recent Shudder original movies, Vicious Fun. Now, not everything on there is, great. Not everybody will like it. Some people won't like it. Some people do like it. People's tastes are different. People like certain things. Other people don't like certain things. But the fact that they put these movies on Blu-ray or 4K is a big plus and a big win, and these are great movies, and I'm glad to have them in my collection, and that's why, you know, I support Shudder. And not only Shudder, Full Moon Features from Charles Band, their streaming service, I really like as well too. Even though it's more independently owned by Charles Band, it's his own independent thing. If you look here, when you sign up, especially if you sign up for a year subscription on Full Moon Features, they will give you a code for their Blu-ray 12-disc box set of the Puppet Master movies, or you can use the code to get 10 Blu-rays, single disc Blu-rays or DVDs from the website, which is a great deal. Plus, all their new releases that they tend to put out on their streaming service app tend to come out on Blu-ray later on. And I would suggest that when you order Shudder or Full Moon Features, do not order the channel through Amazon, because Amazon, they banned Full Moon Features' latest Famous TNA 2 starring Darcy the Mail Girl, who is on The Last Drive-In, which Shudder has The Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs, which is a huge show, and it's a great win, and he's a supporter of physical media, so that's a win-win right there, because you got Joe Bob Briggs doing his Monster Vision type thing with The Last Drive-In, and talking about how he likes physical media, and how these companies keep putting out physical media on through Shudder and them, and then you also can stream a show, which is awesome. So with like Full Moon Features and Shudder, get them through their actual app, their services, not through Amazon, because Amazon, once again, censorship will ban you a movie because they feel like you don't need it. And I've watched Famous TNA 2, and I got the Blu-ray coming. I've seen way worse on Amazon than that. It's just a bunch of clips of Famous TNA 2. It's just a bunch of clips of boobs. What's wrong with that? That's just, it's mind-boggling me that was banned because there was just so many boobs. But that's be more on that when I get the Blu-ray in. I'll do a whole video with the Blu-ray and a review for you guys. But this is why I think if more companies like Netflix would put out their stuff, especially the ones that people like, and stop making less woke stuff, and put out the popular ones, like I said, on Blu-ray or DVD or 4K or whatever, you probably could get more people back into you. And I know it may seem cost effective, but what do you have to lose? You're raising your prices. You're now the most expensive streaming services. People can't even say, you know what, it's worth it because it's so-and-so. They can't, because it's not worth it. You don't have much left on there. You're in the final season of Stranger Things, which is arguably one of your biggest shows you've ever had next to Cobra Kai, and it's going away. And who knows how much longer Cobra Kai will have left. So you've got to start thinking outside the box here. And yes, like I said, I'm not a numbers guy. I'm not a business guy. And I know a lot of pretty much all the Blu-ray factories, disc companies in America have been shut down, which is another loss of jobs, which is beyond me. If we start maybe bringing some of these movies back on the disc, especially the newer ones, the ones that hit, the ones that people like, it may help you guys. And that's why I always say, support physical media, support independent creators, support independent filmmakers, because a lot of those end up on like Shudder or Tubi or even Full Moon Features, and it's outside the mainstream, and they can get away with a lot more. That's why I support Shudder and Full Moon Features and so many independent creators. If Netflix and some of these other companies would stop following the old studio model and stop trying to force content on people, wokeness on people, then maybe they will get their subscribers and their streaming service back. Because like I said, there are times where streaming can be beneficial for movies that may be on a disc, movies that you can't find, older movies that maybe have never made the jump to from VHS, that there's still some, for whatever reason, on streaming, and maybe that will be put on the Blu-ray because more people will watch it. That's what I'm just spitballing here, guys. So let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments section down below. Do you think physical media could help streaming services? Like I said, I'm not against streaming services. I just prefer physical media, and there are times when streaming services are beneficial. So let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments section down below. And if you like this video, please give it a like. If you did not like this video, you can go ahead and give it a dislike. No hurt feelings here. YouTube doesn't care anyways. They removed the dislike count. So what does it matter? Craziness. Please share this video out for everybody to see. Keep on keeping on. Support physical media. Support independent creators. Support independent filmmakers. Thank you guys for watching wherever you guys are. Please have a great, safe, happy, healthy day, morning, afternoon, evening, and night. Godspeed.